Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Michelle here, and well, I have a couple of books to share with you that were given to me by my very good friend. I've got a lovely present that I was bought to share with you, and then I'm going to share a couple of sketches that I did whilst I was away visiting my sister and my two brothers. And yeah, let's get started. So let's start with a couple of books. So I think these were something, well, they were both under £1. I don't think this one says, from a second-hand shop. So the first book is Ready to Paint, Irish Landscapes in Watercolour by Dermot Kavanagh. Let's just make sure that my sound is up. There we go, that's a bit better. Yes, so, and it says free tracings inside. So I don't know if any of you have come across these Ready to Paint books, but it looks as though there are many to choose from. So, and these are the tracings. So they open out, and you can either scribble on the back of them and then go over the front to trace, or you could perhaps use something like this, trace down paper. So options there. But for those of you that don't want to actually do the drawing yourselves, they are all here with these tracings. So yeah, if you're just wanting to paint basically and not worry about drawing. So let's have a little look. We've got our introduction, materials, how to transfer those images onto your watercolor paper, and then we've got these step-by-steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different step-by-steps. So here's our introduction. It's rather lovely looking, isn't it? We've got paints, paper and brushes, any other materials that we might need, and then here you go, it shows scribbling on the back, and then after securing a sheet of watercolor paper, you put the tracing paper on top with the right side up, and yeah, trace over the top. So the first step by step is the augury, and that's what you will end up with. The next one is Glencar Lake. You can see these are in proper step by steps, 38, 39 steps for this one to get you this far. Then we've got Glendalough. I don't know if I've said that right. And that one's got 41 steps. And there we are. That's what you'll end up with. Whoops. Fingers are still not working. Then we've got the Singing Pub. Sounds intriguing. That one's got 42 steps. And there we have it. So, you know, you're going to learn techniques on how to do these lovely mountains, brickwork, all sorts of techniques as you go through each one of these. Then Doolau, 47 steps, and that's this one with the little boat. So yeah, just a really different setup that I hadn't come across before, with all of those tracings, and it actually says people who want to learn to paint without relying on their drawing skills have everything they need in this book. And it was originally only £8.99 by Search Press, so I will see if I can find this on Amazon for you. But I think that that is you know, quite nice, quite interesting. Don't know, is it limited colour palette? Let me just check where it talks about the paints. Oh, maybe not. But it does list the paints there. So that's that one. This one I was absolutely chuffed to bits to get. This is Learn to Paint Pastels by John Blockley, and we all know that I personally love both John Blockley and his daughter Anne Blockley. So each title in these Learn to Paint series is written by a professional working artist. Here, John Blockley clearly describes all the basic techniques of painting in pastels, together with practical exercises and step-by-step demonstration paintings. So, I'm not one to work in pastels, but let's just have a little look through. There's John Blockley in his studio. Talks about what are pastels and why we might want to use them. Then we've got, look at the, I think that's lovely. Everything laid out in a photograph and then labelled up so that you can see the equipment that you might need. There's a little bit about storing your pastels, handling them, easels and supplies. And then what kind of paper to use as well. So, and the colour of the paper that will make a difference depending on what it is that you are wanting to depict. So you can see we've got a similar kind of painting here on different coloured paper. So yeah, really interesting. Then there's a bit on how to apply pastels. Rubbing the pastel. And then this is what I love, sketching. And look at these. So, you know, I might well be getting my pastels back out because of looking at this. Painting figures. We've got moorland cottages. I just love this. This is gorgeous. Cottage details. I would have never have thought that this was done in pastels, you see. I just had no idea. Cottage interior. Anglesey cottages. I mean, look at the detail in some of this. It's a snippet from over here, by the way. Pulled in detail. Just charming, just lovely. And then Staithes, Yorkshire. We've got first stage, second stage, and finished stage. And he talks through what colours he used, etc. This is called Low Water, first stage, and then finished stage here. Then we've got this Hill Farmer, first, second, and finished stage. We've even got a portrait, really interesting. A Northumberland house. I just love this. Just an oil lamp, look. We've got some apples. Roadside trees. Yes, that's me. Here we go. Yes, look at that. That's beautiful. More trees. I love this. I just love it. And then a Cotswold landscape. There's our finished one. And then how to fix your pastels, which I think is really good. And I think that's a lovely beginner's book, actually, on, you know, using pastels, perhaps. But yes, beautiful book there. So thank you very much, Paula. Right. When I came back from my little break that I had to see my siblings, I came back on Mother's Day, actually. But I'm going to be celebrating that next weekend. Although I did have a lovely roast dinner with my husband, my son and his girlfriend, and my daughter. And my son's girlfriend had recently come back from Korea, and she got me this beautiful present. So I'm going to get this out. Here we go. Let's bring it up a bit closer. Look at this. Isn't it stunning? And it's a stamp for me to use on my paintings. So that's my initials, MSM. And then underneath it says Michelle in Korean, which is Miziel. And that's what it looks like when I stamp it out. So that was me converting it from Korean to English. And yes, that is Michelle is Miziel in Korean. And isn't that just stunning? And then she got this little ink pad for me, so that I could use that if I wanted to. There we go. Or let me show you what is in this lovely box, because this is, rather than this ink here, look at this, and it comes with its little spatula and instructions that I will have to convert into English, but that's fine. And then what we have in here is the proper ink that is used for proper official documents and things. So let me just take that off. I wonder if you just, oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Isn't that lovely? I mean, I'm going to keep it like so. And look at the gorgeous, this is all China, porcelain China, and really pretty little design on the top. So now I can officially stamp my paintings. So that was the most gorgeous present that I could get, and that can go back in its lovely little pouch. But it's just stunning, isn't it? Whoa, I couldn't believe it. I was chuffed to bits with my lovely present from my son's girlfriend. That was so, so very sweet of her to do that. So while I was away, I did a couple of sketches, and I used this SMLT Art watercolour album, it's called. And I have to say, this paper is lovely. I have done a review on this before and tested it out. So I'll try and find the video. But this is one of the sketches that I did. There was an identical bench to this one opposite. So I was sat in the opposite bench. And yeah, this little bench with some shrubberies and a couple of trees going up. This was in Chesham High Street in Buckinghamshire in the UK. So I was really pleased with how that came out. I used this, this was what I took with me, this Hakobiz because this opens up really nicely, she says. And there's a little popper that goes on there. And that was what I took with me. And this is the Cass Art travel set of paints, and that's the one that I used while I was away, which worked really nicely. So pop that one back in, get it round the right way, there we go. Yeah, just very neat and tidy. I took that and this sketchbook, that was it. The other picture that I did was of a geranium plant, and I bought this when I went to a garden centre with my siblings. And yes, I've brought that home with me, and I'm hoping that it will not die on me, because I'm not very green fingered. My sister is, but I'm not. So I'm going to do my best, but just in case, I've got my little picture here. And I mean, I did this one in about 5 minutes and this one in even less. So these were quick, really quick, basically. But yes, I had a lovely time. If you subscribe to my Substack, then I will be putting up some of the photographs where I went to a wonderful national trust, and yeah, doing a little newsy letter on my time away in a little bit more detail over on my Substack. So yeah, but just for now, those are the things that I wanted to share with you. And yeah, I do want to, let you know that there is my Substack as well. There are some things that are for free, and then other things are for the paid subscribers. And mentioning subscribing, I'm not, yeah, there's about 72% of people who are watching my videos that are still not subscribed. It does really help us out as YouTubers if you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, it's absolutely free, and if you hit the little bell, the notification bell, then you'll be notified when I put up a new video. So but you don't even have to hit the notification bell if you don't want to. But there we are then. A very quick video now that I'm back from my holiday, and I will be sharing, there's a video that I did whilst I was away, unpacking things and some of the things that I bought while I was there. So I'm going to put that on the end of this video. So stay tuned, there's more to come. And yeah, I'll see if I can put a few words in at the end of my video as well. So there we go. Thanks everyone. So here I am, I'm away to visit my brothers and my sister, and I'm just staying in a Premier Inn. I can probably just whiz this around. You can see I've got, there's our bath and shower, messy me as usual, and then I've got my clothes hanging up, and we've got some bits here. Just made myself a coffee, but the main thing really is, what did I bring with me? So I have brought with me this book called Calm, and it's by The School of Life. So there we are, I've brought that book with me, and I also bought a magazine called Breathe. I bought this SMLT sketchbook with me, and this time I chose to bring all of my sketching, painting equipment in this little one. So let's have a look and see. I might have to edit that where I made a mess, but this, if I bring it over here, actually it might stand better than on the bed. So I have got with me a little wristband to, instead of bringing lots of tissues or little rags, then I've got the Cass Art little paint set. I've got some water in here to refill a water brush, and this is dirty water that I need to change because I used it yesterday, so I'll leave that out. I've got a little bit of washi tape. In the bottom here I've got a little bit of bleed proof white. Then moving up here, I have got a travel brush. I've got a couple of Lumos pens. One has got a 0.5 nib on it, and the other one has got a brush nib. I've got a soft Artgraph soft carbon pencil, a white jelly roll. I've got my Sailor Fude pen. I've got a pencil, and then I've got a gold gel pen, and then there is my water brush. Over here I've got a selection of coloured pencils and my trusty carbon platinum ink pen, and then let's see if I can do this. Here we go. In this little zipper compartment I've got a paper clip. I've got my Tom's Studio, and I forget what he calls this pen, but a pen. And what else is this? A pencil sharpener? Yes, pencil sharpener. Okay, so pencil sharpener. That's what's in that little section there. That goes back in there. It goes back in there. And it's actually quite a neat little thing. It's got a little clip at the side that poppers to make it stand up. So I think that works quite well. Moving back, let's see what I did yesterday in my sketchbook. And there we go. So this is, I was sat in a bench opposite this bench. Yeah, just painting the bench with the greenery and the trees. And I was sat opposite having a nice cup of coffee. So this is in Chesham High Street, which is where my family are from, Chesham. So there we are. And I'll do a few more updates of where I am, etc. But purchases, because I've already been away for one day. What have I bought? Well, so far I have bought this pencil case, and it says, "Oh, I've had such a curious dream." And obviously that's from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So that's rather nice. Then very very practical, 2 pairs of socks, but I just couldn't resist the colours and the patterns. A Seawright of Brighton travel journal, A5 landscape size. Very reasonable. That was £15, £15.99. What else did I get? Oh yes, I got this cup, which I thought was rather handy. And I also got this little notebook that goes, it's magnetised on the back. So that's really handy to have on the fridge. And that's some hand cream. And I think the rest, oh no, here we go. These were rather cute. Look at this tin of peppermints. It's really thin. And I was going to say I'll take the label off when you can see the design a bit better, but it's quite hard to do with one hand. But anyway, there we go. And I think the only other thing was some vitamins and minerals, which you're really not interested in. But there we go. There's my sketch and some bits. And I'll add to this as I go along. So thank you if you watched the video of me sharing some items, and then my little video that I did very quickly while I was away. And yeah, subscribe if you can, and have a look at my Substack. All right, take care everyone. Bye bye.